Okay, to make the Pikachu, you want to follow the amigurumi instructions up until one row after the legs. So after you complete the legs, you E-wrap one row in yellow. And then you're going to want to work in the stripes, and you'll see that I've already done one stripe. And so your second row is going to be a stripe, and your fourth row is going to be a stripe. So what you want to do to create that stripe is you want to E-wrap the 3 pegs for the front of your body, the 3 pegs for the leg area, and 1 after. And toss your loops over. Okay, then you want to change colors to a brown, a dark brown or black. It is completely up to you. But if you're using the Bernat blanket yarn of baby blanket or just blanket yarn, you're probably not going to be able to find a black. So what you want to do now is you want to E-wrap 4 pegs with your stripes. Toss the bottom loops over. Then you want to pick your yellow back up and E-wrap those 4. And then what you want to do is tie off your brown. Okay, then after that you're going to E-wrap 3, 4. You're going to E-wrap 4 to finish the row. Now that's your stripe, and you'll want 2 stripes, and so after this you'll want to E-wrap another row of yellow. Then you'll repeat the stripe like we just did. Okay, and then I'm going to E-wrap another row, and this completes your body and gets your stripes in there on the back of the body. So go ahead and E-wrap a row. So what you want to do is you want to repeat the 2 rows you just saw me complete 2 times, which should give you 2 stripes. At this point, you'll want to repeat your leg area again, just like you did on that row up here, and then E-wrap 1 row after you complete your leg row and cast off, and that'll be your Pikachu body. So go ahead and pause the video and complete your body, and we will go from there to start on the head. Okay, you'll want to follow your amigurumi pattern on your head up to row 7, and you're going to E-wrap 2 in. Now we're going to start on the ears. And what we want to do is E-wrap 3 pegs for 3 rows. So there's 1, 2, and we'll do 1 more, 3, and 4. We'll do 4 rows. So we're going to E-wrap 3 for 4 rows, and then we're going to change to our dark brown, and we're not going to cut our yellow, so keep that in mind. We're not going to cut our yellow. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to E-wrap one row. Then we're going to E-wrap two. E-wrap one. E-wrap two. E-wrap three. And what we should have done is completed a point at the top of the ears, which a Pikachu would have. And at this point, you'll want to go in and change back to the yellow. And actually, you will need to cut it. Okay. Then you're going to change back to your yellow. Just go ahead and tie that off. And then what you'll want to do is E-wrap 4 rows. So there's row 1. 2. 3. 4. And by the way, this will be the same on the 12 peg loom for the ears, so that you can get the shape. Okay, so go ahead and push that down. And then what you want to do, this just makes it easier when sewing your ears up, is find your original loop, which is that one there, and add it back. And you'll want to do that all the way across. So add that one back and add that one back. Okay. Then you'll want to E-wrap all the way over until you get to the last 3 pegs on the other side. And you'll want to repeat the ear the exact same way on these 3 pegs, and I'll show it to you again. You'll want to E-wrap these 3 pegs, 4 rows. So here's row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, change colors to brown, go ahead and snip your yellow, pick your brown up, and you'll want to E-wrap 3 once, then E-wrap 2, then E-wrap 1, then E-wrap 2, then E-wrap 3. Then you'll want to change back to yellow. and then E-wrap 4 rows. So here's going to be row 1, 2, 3, 4. Now bring your original loops back on. Just going back, and that's your original loop right there. Put that back on. And that one. Okay, then at this point you want to E-wrap the row, and you're going to toss both loops over on those pegs where you've brought the original loop back on. Now if you didn't feel comfortable doing the original loop, you don't have to. Again, this follows the same way on the 12 pegs, so it's really not as difficult as you might think to translate into a 12 peg loom. Okay, at this point you're going to go back to your amigurumi video on how to do that, and it'll show you how to generally go about sewing up things and all that. So after you do this, go ahead and pause the video to complete your head, and then I'll go in and show you about how to go in and make a face. Okay. If you follow the amigurumi base pattern, then you'll have sewn up your legs and closed off the bottom of your body and the top of your head and sewn your head on. And at this point you'll want to sew your ears up one side, down the other. And to make this an official Pikachu, you need a tail. And this is your challenge. So let's go in and do a tail. You're going to need to start off with your brown, and I'll tell you right now, this tail is going to work exactly the same with the 12 peg loom. No different. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to drawstring cast on 3 pegs. You're going to cast on 3 pegs. And then you're going to do 3 rows. So here's 1, 2, and 3. This is the base of the tail. Now, what you want to do is go in and change colors, change to yellow. Okay, at this point you're going to E-wrap 3, and then you're going to increase by 3. And to create that jagged tail, this is how we're going to have to do it. Okay, So we've just E-wrapped 3 and we've increased by 3. Now we want to do 3 rows. So 1, 2, 3. Now you'll want to cast off those 3 on that end. So go ahead and move the first peg over to the next one and wrap and wrap. Toss the bottom loop over and wrap. And then when you move that loop over, you will get those 3. Now, at this point, you are going to, you're going to E-wrap 7. Yeah, you're going to E-wrap 7, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 'and then the row 7 is where you're going to start adding back in. So you're going to E-wrap 3 and then increase by 3. And then you're going to E-wrap 3 rows. So there's 1, 2, 3, 'Then we're going to cast off 3. So go ahead and wrap, toss, move over, toss, wrap, move over, toss, wrap, move over, and wrap. Okay. At this point, we're going to change colors. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to snip that end, pull through, and change colors again. Snip the yellow off. and then E-wrap 3 rows. So here's 1, 2, and 3. Okay, at this point, go ahead and pull this up. Pull this up through here, pull it down, and put your 3 original loops back on. Okay. At this point, you're going to wrap, toss both loops over, move, toss both loops over, and wrap again. And then you're going to place on the next peg, toss both loops over, wrap, toss, move to the next peg, toss both loops over, wrap, and toss. Snip end, pull through. Now, you're going to need to sew up the tail. But there is your jagged tail. Then thread your yarn and then go around and sew up the yellow areas. And I'd go at the base there. Tie it off. Okay. And so, what I'm doing is going in and making sure I get it all nice and angled. Okay, and then we're going to go something straight up. Okay. And then we're going to send it through there. Flatten it out. And then you're going to sew down there to create that angle. I'll be honest, the tail was the hardest part of this pattern, not the bottom. And I'm going to put it through one more time, just to make sure it's even. And then tie off the end. And find the best way is to just tuck the end in there. And then at this rate, you just want to take and sew the tail on the bottom half. Right. You'll see those 4. You'll want to sew it right where those 2 are. Right there. And I would suggest 2 black rhinestones. And you can add a little paint to paint in the cheeks. And then you can do a little nose and everything. But you'll want to embroider or actually glue on buttons and stuff to finish the face to make it Pikachu. But in general, that's how you go about making a